This is Abba's Healing, and I'm an addict and I'm a doctor. So, the 11th today. 11, 11, 11, 11, look at 11, 11. Encouragement. Basic text, page 99 says, we share comfort and encouragement with others. Many of us have watched our babies take their first steps. The mother holds the child on its seat. The father kneels nearby with the outstretched arms, encouraging the little one. His face fluttered as an older brother and sister cheer the toddler on. Baby falls down, starts over again. This time, the baby stays up until it's close enough to fall into the safety of the father's arms. As newcomers, we arrive in the rooms of NA, much like this small child, accustomed to living the crippled by addiction. Full of fear and uncertainty, we need help to stand just like the child, being its much toward adulthood. We take our hurting first steps toward recovery. We learn to live this new way of our life because others who have gone before us encourage and comfort us by telling us what worldly and what didn't work for them. Our sponsor is there for us when we need a push in the right direction. Many times we feel like we can't take another step in recovery. Just like the child learning to walk, sometimes stability or fall. But our God always awaits us with outstretched arms, and we too are supported by NA members as we walk toward the full life of recovery. Just for today, I will speak encouragement from others. I will encourage others who may need my strength. How is this done? Well, very simply, step by step, little by little. When I walked into my first NA meeting, I walked in, and the man was celebrating 30 years. I was 30 years old at the time. And I'm thinking, how am I going to get there? See, I was thinking wrong, okay? That man that got 30 years did not do it. Newcomer, 30 years. He didn't do it that way. It didn't go from newcomer to 30 years. There was a lot of trials and tribulations in there, a lot of roughness, a lot of problems. I don't know what your God is. what you've chosen to be God. But if you chose God to be the same God I do, you know, we can have freedom from addictions. You know, one of the best tools that any recovery can keep at the ready is a strong sense of spirituality and belief in a God. Recovery is no more means a simple or easy process, but it is possible for a recovering addict to survive and thrive, especially when they turn to the Bible in some of their more challenging times. The Bible contains answers and inspiration for any situation or feeling that recovery could bring about. Here are some helpful Bible verses that a recovering addict may turn to. Psalms 27, 1 Corinthians 10, verse 13, 1 Corinthians 15, verse 33, 1 Corinthians 6, 19 and 20. You know, addiction is a noun, the action or process of adding something to something else. The hotel has been extended with, you know, if you take something away, you must fill it with something else. You know, if whether you're part of AA or NA, CA, doesn't matter. One of my most inspirational scriptures that helped me a huge amount was Psalms 23. And Psalms 23 is very simple. It goes like this: The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. Lo, I pass through the valley of the shadow of death. I shall fear no evil, for thy rod and thy staff comfort me all the days of my life. Thou preparest a table before my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. If we celebrate in adversity, it doesn't seem so bad. Yes, roughness in recovery, sad to say, has to happen. Because as we go through that issue that we're dealing with, whatever it be, a character defect or an amends that we had to make, it doesn't matter. The important thing is going through it. It doesn't matter what happened in it. It doesn't matter one blessed thing. Not one diddly squat. Doesn't matter what happened in it. But when I get to the other side and I look back at what I went through, I see how I grew. I see how I matured. And by going through the issues and problems and trials and tribulations that I had to go through, it made me who I am today. Has it been easy? No. But is life really easy? Does life come as a bed of roses and sunshine? Of course not. You're foolish and naive to think that life is easy-go-lucky, happy-go-lucky. That only happens in the movies, and Hollywood paints a foolish picture of how reality really is. You got your highs, you got your lows, but you also have in between. So if you want to look at your highs and lows, okay, do a gratitude list. But when you do that, you know, you have to look at it. You know, if you do a gratitude list and you don't even look at it, what is the sense in doing it? You wasted your time. Hmm? We have to learn to crawl before we roll. Roll before we walk, stand. Stand before we fall. And when we fall, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get back on it. Do you remember as a child riding a bike and how many times you fell off that stupid thing after they took the training wheels off it? I'm sure if you were like I am, you threw the bike across thing and got mad at it and cussed at it. Did it matter? Did it hurt the bike? No. You see, as a horse trainer, when I was a horse trainer and the horses threw me, the fooliest thing that I could have done was not get back on that horse. But yeah, my aches and pains and falling on my Cooper bone or, you know, falling on my head, I've been thrown many different ways. When a horse is going up like this, you're going to go off. You know, unless you're a rodeo rider and can handle that. Well, good for you. I give you credit. Because it's not easy staying on a horse. It's bucking. It's like in life. Life kicks you off. Sometimes we fall off the wagon. Sometimes we fall off our feet and fall down a gully. But if we have a God that is a great God and is a just God, he will help you and lift his hand in and say, my child, I'm here. And we reach out for that hand and he pulls us back. We can't do it alone. The program is written, we, for a reason. I does not exist. So if you're in it, just coming out of addiction, give yourself a break. Seriously, take some time, get your head straight. When I first came into the program, man, I was messed up, okay? And I had to separate the lies from the truth and the justice from the right and all those other things. I had to do my steps. How did I do that? Well, it's very simple. 1, I did the steps. 2, I found God. And 3, I contact my sponsor. Still today, to this day, I still contact my sponsor. It's a must. Even with the time in that I have to call my sponsor. Don't be foolish. Don't think you can do it yourself. That's ridiculous thinking. An addict in their own mind is a horrible place to be because you can start listening to that committee of idiots, as I call them. It's okay. It's all right. You got time in. It's okay. You can go back. Lies, 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 lies. You need something stronger than yourself because our will, my will, was not strong enough to keep me from addiction. Oh, there was many times I said, I can quit anytime I want. Quit now. No, I don't want to. Really? Seriously? Stop lying to yourself. Stop fooling yourself. You messed up your life this far. Don't you think if you go on with it without a God of your understanding, that you're going to mess it up more? I just gave you some inspirational scriptures. We have an online treatment program. You could contact me via my email or my phone number. I will always call you back. Ask my sponsee. He knows. You know, by God's grace, he's come a long way. He hasn't done it by himself because he knows that he needs help. May God bless and keep you.